Haven't filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, you spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. First carry now for Justice Hill. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Let's go. Time to end it. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch the call. Watch the call. Yes. Shit. Showing up. Showing up. Kill, kill, kill.
Fighting through. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first. Now Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Check four.
On second down, a run with Breida. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. The 20. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big pickup of 38. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson taking it in as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And maybe there that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On third down, a run from Breida. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down. They run forward, Breida, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth.
First down, San Francisco.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now Mostert, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They lost 4 there, and it's third down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go.
That just nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they were able to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Jackson. Going to throw again. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Jackson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, alert 3.
He may try and run for this. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. 2 minutes even in what's been a tight first half. 8-7 our score. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he'll go down at the 28.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, the risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the... The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Let's go, D. Tight end left. 3 down. Check three. Eddie Weapon. Check. Lucky. Go. You got to get moving, man. Man moving. You got to get that. Check it.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
He's taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
On the double. 6. Line 36. Coming this way. Here we go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson. This one complete to Ingram. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On 3rd down, Jackson flush to his right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Tucker's kick is good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson. Roberts got it. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
36 to Mike. Get that quarterback and off. Shift. Watch the shift. Jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Give him 5 on the QB run, but it's going to bring up a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Here we go. 180. Go. Go. Keep 11. Shoot.
This is Mostert. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Here we go. Like 20, 11.
On first down, Coleman. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs. Just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Here we go.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. They'll try to run with Breida, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Matt Breida, his second touchdown of the night. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start past the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7.
Watch 36 to Mike.
Now it's Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 7 yards there and a first down. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
36 to Mike. 3 buds. Kill.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
What we got? Watch the air.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
I'd sure love to offer some advice to the defensive coordinator, but his guys are just getting run over by an offense that's executing like a well-oiled machine.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Let's go. 70 ending. 53.
On 2nd down, it's Hill. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 3 on what will be the final play of this third quarter.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Ravens on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Keep playing on, fellas. Hustle. Woo! Let's get it. Mike 36. Mike 36. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. Hayward. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Hey, here I come.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. So with less than a minute gone by here in this fourth quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great fourth quarter.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. Accelerating, and off he goes. 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Garoppolo gives to Breida. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. 14 yards. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe bashed it.
Super toe.
7 yards there and a first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. He may try and run for this. And able to to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down. He's back to throw. He's got it to Ingram, complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down.
Watch 36, 36. Watch twist, watch twist. Check 3, check 3, check 3. No, motion, I got one. Switch ball. White 36. Line running.
Here's Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
21, 21. 13. General West. 5. 11.
Watch the ship.
Here's Mostert. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition, Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. And they need 5 yards on third down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. And an alley to run. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that's another big-time run, and it sure looks like the leverage game is being won by the offensive line. They're the low man on just about every snap, and they're winning, pushing back the defensive front and creating great space for their runners.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you. No. Off. 53. 53 is the mic. Hey. Mike.